Well, I was hoping to bring you a nicer weather video at some point, but Storm Agnes has coincided with me needing to go out. Woo. Choppy sea and windy weather. Perfect riding. I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk to you about Thumper. I just realised not too long ago that I haven't actually done a proper review on her, or even talked about her really since I first got her. So I'll look up the mileage and I'll look up the date. I think I must have had her 5, maybe 6 months now. Some of you remember, or just as a recap, she is a Suzuki Intruder VZ800, 2016 model, 800cc, also known as an M800, M for Mike. And in America, she is known as a Suzuki Boulevard M50. I think, yeah, M50. Classic is a C50. It stands for muscle, so she's the muscle version, not the overly chromy version. So that's the difference. Her styling doesn't have the badge on it, on the tank, and I did wonder at first if she'd been customized, but she's not. She's actually in line with the American Boulevard M50, which has the silver tank and the decal, which on this case says Intruder. On the American case it says Boulevard. So that's where the styling comes in. You'll see a lot of the Intruders have actually still got badges on over here, and she hasn't. Yeah, so she's a cruiser. I think she's 27 point something seat height, which is spread a little bit different to some, certainly to Raven. She's wider between your legs, as it were, and she's heavier, so the distribution of your legs, the seat height is a little bit dependent on that. I think she's 244 kilos. I will check that, and she is pretty heavy. It's all low down, so I'll try and show you when we get to stop places. I can balance really well on her without putting my feet down, so you can play the no feet down challenge quite well with her. But if you do have off cambers and things like that, she is heavy to keep up. Most of you, not going to go coast road today, too windy. Most of you will know that I take Sassy. Sassy's 13, nearly 14 in December. She's nearly 14. She's nearly as tall as me. So it's like taking 2 adults, and which I have done as well. I've taken the Mister, and quite happily. Thumper really does handle 2 up really well. She's got a nice big seat. The sissy bar is aftermarket. Is quite tall. The only thing I would change with that is there's not a rack on the back of it, and the design of the light means that I can't load behind the sissy bar. So if I've got 2 up, I can't load up, and if I'm going away, I can't load up as much as I would normally, because obviously you'd normally kind of lash down to either side of both sides of a sissy bar. She does what she's supposed to do really, really well. She's a cruiser, and she cruises absolutely happily, and she's got nice decent tyres, so I'll put some pictures in. I replaced the rear tyre. I'll put the size in, and it is a Cobra cruiser, and so it wasn't cheap, but it's a good tyre, and you can feel that she's got the road in all conditions, and I do ride in all conditions, as you know. I would say on extensive lean, on a nice good bit of lean. The snake, which I realise is on the tyre, has a kind of ribbon to it. There's a kind of pattern to it that you can feel underneath you. I thought at first I was falling off the side of the tyre and was quite surprised, but I'm not. I'm just hitting the edge of the snake. I'm hitting the edge of the snake. Whether I can effectively ride on that, I don't know. I probably shouldn't try. She will pick up nicely. She'll overtake really well. I haven't done top speed on her because I ride naked bikes. I'm not really too bothered about top speed so much. She's a 50 brake horsepower, so she's not too quick. And but again, she does what she does well, and what she's supposed to do well. And if you want to go super fast, either get a bigger engine or a different bike. There's a lot of leaves tonight. So we play the no feet down challenge, and there we go. No feet down at all. So she's pretty good at that, and I do like that. It is a windy day. Her braking system is actually surprisingly poor. Okay, poor is probably the wrong word. She has front single disc and rear drum, because she's a shaft drive. Now all of the other Intruders that came before her were also shaft driven, and they've obviously just kept the same system and a drum disc with it, a drum and disc. Now in today's world we know that that's actually pretty poor for a bike of this kind of weight and level of cc's and things like that. We would expect more than that, and certainly 2 up, I do think sometimes I would prefer more than that, but I didn't realise when I got her and that's my fault. I was, if you know my channel, I was swapping Raven and because of problems with her, and so it is completely my fault for not checking out the brakes and things like that. Really, I test rode her and but on a nice day and things like that, so you know, it is what it is. I've always ridden drum and disc before Raven. She was the only one I've ridden with ABS, and so it is a little bit different to what Raven was, and obviously Raven was lighter and higher brake horsepower and things like that. So I'm not going to be progressing, as we would say, today, because the weather is horrendous and here comes the rain. So hopefully you can see the trees are indicating Storm Agnes's power, and maybe my stupidity riding. I don't have a car, don't hold it against me. But I'm not going too far. It's 7 miles to go. It's not too far. It is windy. So yeah, so she's pretty solid on the ground. Yeah, it's windy and you can probably still see her moving around a bit, but there's nothing wouldn't be moving around in this, and we are on the coast again now, so I've got to be careful going across here. We have westerly winds. and a sensible speed. Ooh, okay. It's a little bridge. It's a little bridge. Come on. I'm not going to show you the scenery, guys. Today is not the day. Oh shit. There we go, we got it. It's a bit more built up along here, so it's not so bad. You know, if we're going to compare, the Raven was a Vulcan, Kawasaki Vulcan S 650S. She was lighter, parallel twin engine compared to Thumper, who is a V-twin, and Thumper's obviously the 800 compared to 600, 650 that the Vulcan is. The Vulcan is known to be a little bit snatchy. There's actually a modification you can make to smooth that out. The Intruder is much smoother. However, I think the kind of speed element of the 650 in terms of a 61 brake horsepower compared to the 50 of Thumper is noticeable, certainly on the motorways, and just that little bit more kind of fun factor, I suppose. But again, that's nothing against Thumper. This weather is crazy. It's nothing against Thumper. She really does do a cruiser's job really well. She is mid-range. There is a bigger model, which I believe is about a 14 or 1500. I will put in some details above my comment. I think the bigger one, a bigger engine, is actually like just short of 300 kilos or something of bike, which at 5'2.5", it's just way beyond my wishes in a bike. I would say the pipes sound good. They're completely stock. You cannot hear them in this video. But if you watch some of my other videos, you'll probably hear them. I do like straight throughs with a bit more sound, but it's a compromise because I also like having a conversation with Sassy, and she doesn't really like to be deafened. So for now, they are staying stock, and what they do in the future, we shall see. And again, no feet down if this car hurries up. There we are, no feet down. So she really will balance nicely when you're riding. Yeah, so she's got analog clock, which actually is not quite accurate. It'll say 30 and you're doing about 27. So it's a bonus when it comes to speed cameras, but it's a bit of a pain when it comes to getting overtaken. So she's got a fuel gauge, clock, which I love, a clock on a bike. Coming from old bikes when you didn't have a fuel gauge or a clock, it's a bonus. You've got trip A, trip B, and obviously your miles covered. You've got kill switch, you've got no control of your lights, they're just on. You've obviously got high beam and a flasher. You've got start, horn, kill switch, and hazards, which are a new thing to me. Again, compared to Raven, Raven had a gear indicator, which I always thought, oh god, you know, why would you want a gear indicator until you have one, and then you're like, oh wow, that's actually quite handy. So Thumper has 5 gears as opposed to Raven's 6 gears, and yes, without a gear indicator you're always looking for that 6. Yeah, 5 gears, could have been 6, could have been better that way. but really good standard headlight and also high beam, which is really nice. I've kept stock indicators and I will remain to keep stock. So she hasn't needed any oil. You know, she's a tidy engine, she's not smoking, she's not smell funny. She runs really well, and as I say, she is a V-twin, so I've got that nice little bit of rumble, which yes, would be better with open pipes. So I'm going to say goodbye and thanks for watching. I'm sorry this is not a sunny day trip, and I hope to get this as a video out there, because I haven't done one for her. So oh my god, this bloody wind. So yeah, so take care, ride safe, and hopefully you're not as loopy as me out in this bloody weather, and if you are, be extra careful. Alright, so I shall leave you there. Take care, ride safe and enjoy. Bye. Turn before the tree, Jane, turn before the tree. I keep going past it and missing the turning. Okay, there's a car coming. Okie dokie, mate, take it easy. I've done it, haven't I? I've missed the fucking turning. That's not the tree, Jane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, this is where you feel the weight. Right, so that really is it. Goodbye.